Okay. So before going, I just wanted to reiterate once again. Yeah, we are going to discuss the practical section in today's video. Okay, launch instance. Okay. So I mean, మనం చూసినట్టయితే కనుక almost we have covered only the even though it is CI/CD, we are going to cover only the CI part. CD part, I mean, in order to complete the CD part, we need to be aware of the Docker and Kubernetes. But those are the next concepts we are going to cover as part of our whole AWS 0 to Hero series. I mean, whole DevOps 0 to Hero series. We are going to cover Docker and Kubernetes in the next days. So after covering those two, then later we'll come back to the this CI/CD series and we'll complete the CD as well. So for today, we'll go with the CI alone. I mean, how the integration will happen continuously. I mean, how the testings are being done and how the code is getting going through the Sonar Cube and everything, and how it is going to be built. So we'll go through those topics today, only the CI part. So the CD part, as told earlier, yeah, we'll take it to in the next level of sections. So CI pipeline. So as we are going to download the Jenkins and Sonar Cube as well inside of the EC2. Let's just go with instead of micro or nano, either better go with either to mid T to medium, so that you won't be get crash or I mean sometimes it is getting crashed or it is getting out of memory errors. So if I take a T2 micro, so that's the reason at least we need to go with the T2 small or T2 medium. So I have the already key pair with me already. So I just selected the existing key pair. And here some 12 GB I'm taking. Okay. I mean, is it mandatory 12 GB required? No. బట్ జస్ట్ ఐ మీన్ అంటే మన 8 GB తీసుకుంటే కనుక దాంట్లోనే మళ్ళీ ఒక 2 GB ఆర్ 1 GB ఓఎస్కి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. తర్వాత మనం ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసే సోనార్ క్యూబ్ ఒక 1 GB ఉంటుంది. తర్వాత జెంకిన్స్ ఒక 500 MB 600 MB ఉంటుంది. సో లాట్ ఆఫ్ మెమరీ విల్ గో ఇన్ టు ది ఇన్స్టాలేషన్స్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ the system may get slow down. So that's the reason I'm just increasing some 50% extra. Okay, let launch. Okay, so yeah, we have seen freestyle and pipeline jobs and Jenkins architecture and how to manage Jenkins. I mean, what are the tools, what are the plugins we have installed as part of Jenkins infrastructure, and how to write Jenkins files. All these are 4 and 5 videos we have uploaded in the YouTube already. You can go through that once again if you have any doubts. So, I mean, so this Windows version, which I have mentioned here, this was only for the, I mean, if you want to do any practice in your system instead of, I mean, in local, in your local machine. I mean, let's say, I mean, this even this mission also is acting as like a physical server only, right? So what I did is I had downloaded a few directive files. I mean, if you see here, JDK had downloaded and I mean, instead of downloading all these inside of the EC2 instance, I had downloaded inside of the my machine itself. So Sonar Cube I have downloaded and JDK I have downloaded, Git I have downloaded separately. So after the downloading all this, I have installed in my system and I ran it, and it has worked very well fine. I mean the CI project. So I mean the mission, the laptop itself is acting as like a physical server for me, and it has enabled me to run a Jenkins pipeline instead of using, I mean, as soon as I installed, using my local host, I have, I mean, like how the local host work in a sense. So local host 88. So if whenever I enable the Jenkins inside of my local terminal, this local host is helping me to to run the Jenkins in my browser. So I mean, maybe regarding this one, I will let you know after the end of this project, which we are going to see inside of the EC2 instance now. Okay, so first, so as part of normal Jenkins installation, we quickly run through all these commands. How can I connect? So using mobile XTM, I'm connecting. New session, SSH. What is the public IP address? 13.232. Username is Ubuntu, as we are using the Ubuntu distribution. What is the private key? We're going with Ubuntu 3, which I already selected while launching the instance. Okay, so we're done. Now let's come back and go to the repository, take those comments. Okay, so yeah, it is getting done. So meanwhile, let us go through the project. What is the project and what we are going to do inside as part of this project. Okay, meanwhile, let me run this as well. Progress. So 11:30. So yeah, it's done. JDK has been installed. Okay, so let's run the Jenkins installation as well. Capital Y. Okay, so now, yeah, let's go through the project here. So I took this project, I mean, from the help of ChatGPT only. So I asked it to give me some sample demo, asking for Jenkins to cover these tools: Jenkins, Maven, SonarQube. So to cover these projects, I asked for a sample project. So instead of the sample project, we'll be having the app.java. So it will be just one line of Java code asking that add numbers and system.out.println. So this is what we are going to get once the application has been installed. Okay. But we are not going to install this application anywhere. This going to be just we are going to do the CA alone. I mean, we're just going to do some basic tests and we are going to check the code quality for today's video. This is the test class we have written as part of the main Java application. Okay. So this is a source code. So you can after that we need to check for the pom.xml. So mostly this pom.xml as part of the Java projects, this pom.xml will be available for all the applications. Most of the times, like 80 to 90%, the developers will be aware of like what are the tests they need to do and what are the configurations we need to, what are the dependencies we need to enable as part of this pom.xml file. But in few cases, even DevOps engineers also are going to sit and write these pom.xml files along with the developers in some field scenarios, as far as I know. So ఇక్కడ ఈ pom.xml ఎందుకంటే మెయిన్గా in order to enable the dependencies of the tests which we are going to do. సో ఇప్పుడు JUnit అయితే కనుక JUnit testings కి తర్వాత Maven plugins కి. So I mean these are some basic tests which we are going to do as part of testing, I mean, this CI integration. So they will be very well aware of those integrations. Most probably developer writes all those. తర్వాత on what else we are covering, yeah, ఇక్కడ చూసారంటే artifact ID. So this is what we are going to get after completion, once the build got completed. So jar file 1.0 snapshot. This is what the version is going to get after the build versions, I mean after the completion of the CA pipeline. Okay, next pom.xml కాకుండా Jenkins file. So Jenkins file lo we are going to cover what and all steps we are going to do as part of this CI now. So pipeline, as we discussed, every Jenkins file will start with pipeline and the agent, the available agent. I mean, if as we have given any here, this CI will run on the available agent. Okay. Okay. So before going ahead, let's check this Sonar installation as well, as it will take a little bit more time. Okay. So first, sudo apt install. Let's run this as well. So in the background, this will get run. So what are these commands? Okay, I will take you through these commands as well for Sonar installation. So before to that, we'll complete the Jenkins file. So what are the tools we are using as part of this Jenkins file? Maven 3 and JDK version. Okay, and here, so first as part of stages, so the first stage is checkout, second stage is build and test, third stage is Sonar Cube analysis. After these three, we are going to get the archiving artifacts and the JUnit test results. So if everything is success, it will show you like pipeline finished successfully. If not, pipeline failed. This is what we are going to get as far, as part of this pipeline. So instead of the each stage, we'll just look into what are those commands. So this is the steps we are going to follow. So we are asking this Jenkins to go to this git branch main in this URL. సో ఈ URLలోకి వెళ్ళిపోయి గిట్ బ్రాంచ్ మెయిన్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయి చెక్అవుట్ ఈ కోడ్ని చెక్అవుట్ చేసుకుని దాని లోపలికి తీసుకోవాలి. అంటే ఇప్పుడు జెంకిన్స్ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఇట్ విల్ ఎనేబుల్ ది లోకల్ వర్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఈవెన్ దో ఇట్ ఈస్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ ది గిట్ హెబ్, బట్ ఇట్ విల్ అగైన్ కాపీ ది ఎంటైర్ కోడ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ సోర్స్ కోడ్ ఇన్ టు ది పైప్లైన్ లోకల్ యాజ్ వెల్. సో ఆ జెంకిన్స్ ఎక్కడైతే నోడ్లో అంటే మనకి ఏ ఏజెంట్లో అయితే రన్ అవుతుందో ఆ ఏజెంట్ లోపలికి మళ్ళీ ఇట్ విల్ చెక్అవుట్ ఆల్ దిస్ సోర్స్ కోడ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. అది మొత్తం చెక్అవుట్ చేసుకున్నాక నెక్స్ట్ మనం ఏం అడుగుతున్నామంటే సిడి చేంజ్ డైరెక్టరీ టు దిస్ ఫోల్డర్ అండ్ డూ దిస్ కమాండ్స్ మావెన్ క్లీన్ ఇన్స్టాల్. సో మావెన్ క్లీన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ అంటే మావెన్ అనేది ఫుల్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్ ఉంటుంది. మావెన్ క్లీన్, మావెన్ ప్యాకేజ్, లేదంటే మావెన్కి చాలా కమాండ్స్ ఉంటాయి. లెట్స్ రిమెంబర్ దిస్ క్లీన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ విల్ డూ ది బిల్డింగ్ అండ్ టెస్టింగ్ హియర్. సో అలా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. బట్ మావెన్ గురించి మనం చూసినప్పుడు విల్ లెట్ యూ నో అబౌట్ ఆల్ దోస్ కమాండ్స్. దెర్ ఈస్ అ సపరేట్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్ ఫర్ మావెన్ యాజ్ వెల్. ఓకే, దెన్ ఈ బిల్డింగ్ అయిపోగానే వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ డూ, ఇట్ విల్ జనరేట్ ది సమ్ జార్ ఫైల్స్ ఆర్ వార్ ఫైల్స్ వాట్ ఆర్ ఇట్ మే బి. విల్ ఆస్క్ ది sonar cube to go through this file again and to do this sonar checks. Okay, so we are going to ask the sonar. So I mean we are going to enable this. What is this line, you may ask. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే ఈ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ సోనార్ క్యూబ్ సర్వర్ అనే ఒక ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ మనం జెంకిన్స్ లో ఎనేబుల్ చేస్తాము. సో ఈ సర్వర్ లోపలికి వెళ్ళిపోయి దెన్ డూ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ అని చెప్పేసి చెప్తాం. ఓకే, దెన్ వన్స్ ఆల్ దిస్ డన్, దెన్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ ది ఆర్కైవ్ ఆర్టిఫాక్ట్ స్టెప్ వేర్ ఇట్ విల్ స్టోర్ దిస్ డాట్ జార్ ఫైల్స్ అన్ని కూడా ఈ టార్గెట్ దాంట్లో సేవ్ చేయమని చెప్పేసి చెప్తున్నాం. సో ది ఆర్టిఫాక్ట్స్ విల్ గెట్ సేవ్ ఇన్ ది target file with whatever the files which are enabled with the .jar will get saved in the target file. ఓకే, సిమిలర్ JUnits కూడా అంతే. .xml ఫైల్ ఫార్మాట్లో ఉన్న ఫైల్స్ అన్ని కూడా ఇక్కడ స్టార్ అంటే ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ ఆల్ రిసోర్సెస్. సో .xml ఫార్మాట్లో ఉన్న అన్ని కూడా షూర్ ఫైల్ రూపర్స్ ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ద టార్గెట్లో సేవ్ అవ్వమని చెప్పేసి ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ దిస్ ఇస్ జెంకిన్స్ ఫైల్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్. ఓకే, దెన్ వేర్ we are in the yes, so we are done with the Docker installation as well as so here. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం, ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేస్తాం అంటే డాకర్ కంపోజ్ని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తాం. సో ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు రన్ ది సోనార్ క్యూబ్ ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ది డాకర్ సో దట్ ఇట్ విల్ బి ఈజీ టు అస్ టు గెట్ ది సోనార్ క్యూబ్. సో డాకర్ విల్ హెల్ప్ అస్ టు రన్ దిస్ సోనార్ క్యూబ్ ఇమేజ్. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే సోనార్ క్యూబ్ కమ్యూనిటీ అనే ఒక డాకర్ ఫోల్డర్లో డాకర్ హబ్ రిపాజిటరీలో నుంచి మనం ఈ సోనార్ క్యూబ్ ఇమేజ్ తీసుకుని రన్ చేస్తున్నాం. So inside of the Docker container, we are running the Sonar Cube, but that's okay. Even if you don't understand Docker as of now, that would be fine. But as part of this project, we are going to install the Sonar Cube using the Docker. That's what just remember. When anyway, we will go through the Docker and the container, what are those and all. Then later we will get to understand those easily. But we are just installing the Sonar Cube using the Docker here. That's it. Okay, so it is getting done 853.9 MB. Okay, fine. So it's extracting as well. So yeah. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏమేమి అయిపోవాలి, నెక్స్ట్ ఫస్ట్ చెక్అవుట్, తర్వాత బిల్డింగ్, తర్వాత సోనార్ క్యూబ్ అనాలిసిస్, అవి మొత్తం అయిపోతే ఆ జార్ ఆర్టిఫాక్ట్స్, టెస్ట్ రిజల్ట్స్, వీటి వరకు మనం చూస్తున్నాం ఇవాళ. ఓకే, సో బిఫోర్ గోయింగ్ హెడ్ లెట్ మీ ఎనేబుల్ దిస్ పోర్ట్ ఎనేబుల్మెంట్స్ ఫర్ ది Jenkins and Sonar Cube. సో జెంకిన్స్ కి డిఫాల్ట్ పోర్ట్ నెంబర్ 8080. Yeah. And similarly, Sonar Cube default port number వచ్చేసరికి will be having the 9000. Yes. Okay, so ఇప్పుడు మనం will enable. So instead of enabling one by one, I'm just enabling the all traffic as of now. But this is not the practice we shouldn't use in the real life. But for this demo purpose, I'm just using the all traffic. So when I enabled that, let us check the Jenkins. So what is our public IP address? Instances. What is the public IP? Yeah, this is the public IP. Okay, anyway, it will take bit of more time for us to install the Jenkins as well. So meanwhile, in this project, do you have any doubts? I mean, just wanted to know, discussed a few things, right, till now. So do you have any other any queries in that source code or the Jenkins files? So what else we have in this GitHub repositories? So first మీ మెయిన్ టెస్ట్ ఫైల్ ఈ జెంకిన్స్ ఫైల్ ఇంతవరకు గాట్ ఇట్.
బ్రో వన్ నోట్.
ఎస్ ఎస్ టెల్ మీ బ్రో.
ఇప్పుడు ఏవైతే నువ్వు ఫార్మ్డ్ ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా కొన్ని డెవలపర్ ఇస్తారా మనం రాసుకోవాలా?
మోస్ట్లీ డెవలపర్ విల్ డూ దట్. డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ ది
ఫార్మ్డ్
టెస్ట్.
ఎక్స్ఎంఎల్స్ మళ్ళీ
ఇక్కడ మనం
జావా
టెస్ట్
ఫైల్
ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో ఇది డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ ది స్టేట్స్ దే విల్ రైట్ దోస్ డిపెండెన్సీస్ ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ది pom.xml ఫైల్.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు యాప్ టెస్ట్ ఉంటుంది, యాప్ టెస్ట్ జావా అది కూడా ఇస్తారా మనం
ఎస్ ఎస్
రాయాలా?
ఇది మొత్తం వాళ్ళు రాసేదా బ్రో. మెయిన్ తర్వాత టెస్ట్ ఈ pom.xml ఆల్ దీస్ యూ విల్ గెట్ ఇట్ ఫ్రమ్ ది డెవలపర్స్ ఓన్లీ.
ఓకే,
ఓన్లీ ది
మనం
జెంకిన్స్
రాసేది
ఫైల్.
ఓన్లీ జెంకిన్స్ ఫైల్.
ఎస్ ఎస్. And these files I have written myself. Jenkins config, readme.md, SonarCube installation. I written for our demo purpose. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. So meanwhile, okay. So we started Jenkins in this port 8080. Similarly, let's run the SonarCube as well in the port 9000. So basic, I mean, default things are you need to give admin for the SonarCube. After that, anyway, it will ask for the change password. So it should be 12 characters. Okay. So now you got your SonarCube installed. So ఇక్కడ చూడండి, welcome to SonarCube community build. So we are going to use the SonarCube community version only. We will be having the enterprise version as well. But as for our demo pros, we are using the community version, which is a free of source. And this is a open source, like how the Jenkins is a open source. Even SonarCube is also open source. I mean, we'll be having the both. Like for every tool, we'll be having the open source as well as the community version. Open source will be used for just our learning purpose, education purpose, all this. And enterprise versions will be in the real world organizations, how we are doing in our companies. Okay, so the vulnerabilities, bugs, code smells, all these will be checked as part of this. ఏదన్నా ఉంటే కనుక it will highlight here. Okay, now let's create the user in the Jenkins. We have created one project in the user ID in the SonarCube. Now we are going to create the same we are going to create user in the Jenkins as well. So save and finish. Okay, so Jenkins is ready. So now here comes the configuration part. Okay, so for that I have created a Jenkins config as well. Okay, so I mean I have made it available for you guys as well, so that it will be easy while you are practicing in your local system as well. So first మనకు కావాల్సిన basic plugins. So first we need Go to manage Jenkins, manage plugins. So here is manage Jenkins. So plugins. So what and all we plugins we needed? Git plugin, pipeline, pipeline utility steps. అంటే అవి ఎందుకో కూడా మీకు ఇక్కడ ఎనేబుల్ చేశాను. సో పైప్లైన్ వచ్చేసరికి జెంకిన్స్ పైప్లైన్ జాబ్స్ మొత్తం ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ కోసం, మ్యావెన్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ వచ్చేసరికి మ్యావెన్ బిల్డ్స్ కోసం, సోనార్ స్కానర్ వచ్చేసరికి సోనార్ క్యూబ్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ కోసం. సో ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు డూ దోస్ we need to get all these plugins inside of the I mean, even though these are available inside of the Jenkins itself, but these are not available to use currently. But we need to install this in our server now. Git plugin. Where is this? Pipeline. Git already, maybe it is already installed. Maybe that's why it is not showing you here. Okay. Pipeline. If anything is already installed, it won't show here. Pipeline graph analysis. I think it is not required. Pipeline stays, it is required. Next. తర్వాత ఏం కావాలి? Pipeline utility steps. Utility steps ఎక్కడ కనిపిస్తుందా? I mean, if it is already installed, so we don't need to do. Yeah, here it is. Maven integration. Pipeline Maven integration is there. Yeah, Maven integration is also there. Next, Sonar Cube scanner. Sonar Cube scanner. Okay. Next, GitHub integration plugin. So GitHub integration plugin. GitHub integration. Yes, here it is. Okay, let's download all this. You could see the, oh, success. Yeah, it's getting downloaded one by one. Usually we need to restart after installing all this. Okay, but let's complete all the steps. So after installation, restart Jenkins if prompted. Now let's configure the tools as well. So ఇప్పటిదాకా plugins install చేసాము. But we haven't installed the Maven tool. Hope you remember that. So ఎందుకంటే నేను ఇక్కడ tools options లో I thought of doing that instead of the JDK, even though installed, better to get the JDK version, latest version from the inside of Jenkins itself. Mm, let's restart it once. Are you sure you want to restart Jenkins? Yes. Okay, so next what we are going to do is, first we are installing the plugins. Okay, let's do some. Later we are going to install and configure tools. Okay, so next. Okay, we'll go through this. Let's save this. Yeah, this Jenkins restart is going to take a bit time, but that's okay. Meanwhile, let's try to get the security credentials from the Sonar Cube in order to integrate this Sonar Cube with the Jenkins. Go to security, give any token name. So anything is fine. I mean, if you see, you can see here, if you want to enforce security by not providing credentials of a real SonarQube user to run your code scan or to invoke web services, you can provide a user token as a replacement of the user login. I mean, in the real world, like, I mean, like if there is any user enforcement, then you can select the user token. Instead of, normally you can select go with the global analysis itself. So click generate. So you will get the token here, copy and paste text, like, I mean, notepad. Okay, because it will get disappeared. Now new token has been created. Make sure you copy it now. You won't be able to see it again. Okay, it is happening. Okay, so next, what else we need? Okay, so only the Jenkins, this thing here only pending now as of now. Sign in. Okay, so you completed the plugins part. Come to the tools part. So here you need to match the same file name as in the Jenkins file. Let's give the same name here, so that it will auto defaultly it will get come from come to this location and do all those things whatever it is required. Next, SonarQube scanner. So ikkada SonarQube scanner, you need to give the same name as in the, yeah. Okay, so Maven, what we are using, the name with Maven 3. Okay, is the same name? Yes, same name. Okay, let's save it. SonarQube server. I think JDK as you have downloaded, I think it's maybe not required. Let's go with the SonarQube scanner and Maven. Okay, click save. Come to the system configurations now. Okay, so what else we have here? Think just give me a second. JDK is also important. సో ఇప్పుడు దాకా మనం జేడీకే చేసేసాము, తర్వాత మ్యావెన్ చేసేసాము, తర్వాత సోనార్ క్యూబ్ స్కానర్ చేసేసాము. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ కాన్ఫిగర్ సోనార్ క్యూబ్ సర్వర్ ఇన్ జెంకిన్స్. Okay, from the Jenkins dashboard, click on manage Jenkins, click on configure system. So where we are, yeah, configure system. So ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి scroll down to the sonar cube server section, where it is, yes, sonar cube server session. So ఇక్కడ environment variables enable చేయండి, click on add sonar cube, give them the same name as shown in the Jenkins file. Enter the exact name used in your Jenkins file environment block, so that it will redirect this information here. So URL వచ్చేసరికి this one. సో సర్వర్ అథెంటికేషన్ టోకెన్. సో ఇందాక మనం ఏదైతే టోకెన్ తీసుకున్నామో యూ నీడ్ టు యాడ్ దట్ నౌ. సో క్లిక్ యాడ్. సో యూజువల్గా సీక్రెట్ టెక్స్ట్ అన్ని కూడా you need to go with secret text. సో ఇక్కడ సీక్రెట్ టెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ చేసేసేయండి. నెక్స్ట్ సో ఐడి అంటే దాని నేమ్ జస్ట్ ఫర్ ది అవర్ రెఫరెన్స్. ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ ఇట్ as sonar token. You can give description or it is like an optional. Okay, so it's done. Now whenever you're selecting the authentication token, now it will show in the drop down sonar token. So now we have configured the sonar cube as well. Click save. So what is the next step? Server URL, authentication token. I mean, you could see all those steps here. If you have any doubt, whatever I did, you can see all these steps here. Okay, next credentials. So credentials loki వెళ్ళిపోయి in the credentials part. So as of now, we have added sonar token. Now we need to add the in the pop-up GitHub credentials as well. We need to add now, so that integration will happen in between those tools. So ఇప్పుడు దాకా ఈ Jenkins లో ఇప్పుడు sonar యాడ్ చేసాం. Now we are going to add the GitHub as well. So how to do that? Add domain, not the domain. Sorry. Instead of the global domain, click add credentials. Okay, your GitHub username and password or personal access token. So instead of hard coding this username and password, I'm going to give the personal access token from the GitHub repository. So how to get the personal access token from the repository? Go to your settings, scroll down in the developer settings, click on anything is fine, token classic. So generate token for general use. Give me a second. I think only 3 minutes left. Okay, let's try to complete the configurations. So as it is a demo purpose, I'm just giving the all access to this act token. But usually we shouldn't give these many permissions. Generate token, copy this. You can say again, say come with a secret. So where we are now? Yes. So what else left? Yes, most probably secret text is fine. Click create. Okay, so we added a GitHub token as well as sonar token. Okay, now add an ID, click OK to save. So now these two things also done. Okay, so what else? So sonar cube installation is done, Jenkins config is done. So most probably thing is done. Now we need to add the GitHub webhook. So in order to get this triggering done, so before to that, let's create one pipeline. CA pipeline. So here we'll install so we'll mention like GitHub hook trigger for polling, so that it will, whenever any new commit got committed, this webhook will trigger this. So where will you get that webhook? We'll see this later. So SCM get repository of this URL. Okay, as this is a public repository, I'm not giving any credentials here. Next, branch name is main branch. Next, this where is the Jenkins file? Jenkins file is inside of this Jenkins and sonar demo. So I'm going to give this before in front of that. Okay. So in the main branch, It is inside of this maven sonar.demo. Okay. Save. Yes, so no, less than 1 minute. So we done everything. We done every configuration. Only the GitHub webhook triggers alone we need to configure in the GitHub. So we'll see that in the next session, and we'll see how the CI pipeline is GitHub as well. So and we have created one pipeline, but we are not going to run it. So this is going to be a one-time installation, one-time setup. All this. Okay. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ మనం ఒక వెబ్ హుక్ ట్రిగ్గర్స్ ఎనేబుల్ చేయాలి ఓన్లీ ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ రిపాజిటరీ. ఎందుకంటే మనం ఈ రిపాజిటరీ ఒకటే కాబట్టి చూస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు. సో ఇన్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ రిపాజిటరీ గో టు సెట్టింగ్స్, క్లిక్ ఆన్ వెబ్ హుక్స్, యాడ్ ఏ వెబ్ హుక్. సో వెబ్ హుక్ అంటే ఏందో చూద్దాం ఒకసారి ముందు. సో webhooks allow external services to be notified when certain events happen. So certain events in the sense either push జరిగినా కంబట్ జరిగినా ఏదైనా అలాంటి ఈవెంట్ జరిగినప్పుడు ఎక్స్టర్నల్ సర్వీసెస్ విల్ గెట్ బి నోటిఫైడ్. సో ఎక్స్టర్నల్ సర్వీసెస్ అంటే ఇక్కడ either it may be Jenkins or Sonarki, whatever it may be. Now we are using these webhooks. I mean, even you can enable it for notifications or what. I mean, for the teams notification అంటే ఒక పుష్ జరిగిందని చెప్పేసి ఒక టీమ్ లీడ్కి నోటిఫికేషన్ వెళ్ళాలంటే యూ కెన్ ఎనేబుల్ దట్ హియర్ యాజ్ వెల్. సో అలాగా యూ కెన్ యూస్ దిస్ వెబ్ బుక్ ఫర్ ది స్పెసిఫిక్ ఈవెంట్స్. సో ఇక్కడ పేలోడ్ యూఆర్ఎల్ వచ్చేసరికి వాట్ ఈస్ ద పేలోడ్ యూఆర్ఎల్ హియర్ ఇస్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద పేలోడ్ యూఆర్ఎల్ https. So here we need to give webhook. Just give me a second. What and all we need to give here? We need to give something like project webhook, I think. Just give me a second. So yeah, so we need to fill project webhook here. Sorry, GitHub webhook. Next. But why we are no, we need to give this to, we need to point to the Jenkins. ఎందుకంటే Jenkins లో CI pipeline ట్రిగ్గర్ అవ్వాలి కాబట్టి we need to give this to Jenkins. Jenkins ఏ మన 88 లో రన్ అవుతుంది ప్రెసెంట్. ఓకే, సో సెలెక్ట్ ది అప్లికేషన్ JSON. JSON ఫార్మాట్ లో కావాలి కాబట్టి రన్నింగ్ అయిన తర్వాత మనకి ఇది మొత్తం వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు పుష్ దిస్ కంటెంట్ ఇన్ ది JSON ఫార్మాట్ టు ది Jenkins. ఓకే, సో సీక్రెట్, దిస్ ఈస్ ఏ ఆప్షనల్. Next, what are the events you need to want to trigger? Just the push event. I don't want everything, only the push event. Click OK, add webhook. So now we have configured GitHub to Jenkins now. So what it will do, this book hook has never been triggered as of now. So what I'm going to do is open the git bash. I'm going to do some commits and the push. So where is my code currently? Oh, we can see this now. cd/e. So it is inside of where it is CD Zoom videos, I think. CICD. Yes, it is inside of here. So what is this? Jenkins Maven Sonar demo. CD. Okay. What are the files we have? Yeah, these are the files we have in the Jenkins. So let's do some changes here actually using the in our local. Okay, so now I'm going to do. Okay, these are MD files. If you update these MD files, you won't be having any issues. If you update any pom.xml or Jenkins file, you will be getting some issues. Okay, so I will just add one dot here. Okay, save this, close this, come back to git bash. You don't need to inside of the, okay, now come. So yeah, git status. So it will show you what are the modified files here, right? What is the modified file? Jenkins config.mb. Okay. Now click on git add. Click on git commit. Pipeline. Oh, git push origin main. You could see there are some other things as well, which I just stored as part of our last recording. I have stored inside of our this Jenkins Maven demo. So that's why it is pushing all those as well. So git push origin main. It is saying that updates are rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have locally. So before doing that, I need to do the git pull origin main. I mean, I did some changes in the Jenkins file, it seems. So that's why. Uh, have I started recording? Yes, okay. Let me do complete this merge conflicts. Okay, so the push is going to happen now. Right. Okay, so last delivery was successful. Okay, so this is commit successful. Let's just give it a minute. As soon as you did commit your this thing, the pipeline should get trigger here. Polling has not run yet. Sometimes it may take bit more time than that. It is taking bit time. Okay, it is not polling yet. Let's do some checks here. Go to this system log, all Jenkins logs. Is there any GitHub? Ping webhook received from repo. We have received it. When we have received, yeah, we have received it. But then why it is not running yet? Uh, let's check this. Let's check the configuration once. Okay, hook trigger for SCM polling. Okay, CICD repository, everything is fine. Next, main branch. So not .demo, Jenkins file. This is the script file. Yeah, everything is fine. Then configuration is fine. Let's check this webhook settings, whether we have given this correct or not. 13.232 7236 8080 GitHub webhook / yeah, this is also fine. What else we need to check? Recent deliveries. Otherwise, we'll do one thing. We'll do one more push. Otherwise, 1 second. Okay, if you see here, pre-receive hook declined. I don't know, somehow it is getting declined because of this large file. Let's delete that file. Meanwhile, we don't need as of now. I will paste it in some other folder. Okay. So మన సెటప్ అయిపోయింది, మొత్తం వెబ్హుక్స్ ఎనేబుల్మెంట్ చేసాము. Okay, so I'm just doing one local file change here. Let me check the CICD repository. Oh. Okay, so I'm just doing a small change in one of the files. Commit -m last push git push origin main. Okay, so it's done. Now let's see this webhooks. Last delivery was successful. అంటే లాస్ట్ డెలివరీ అంటే ఇక్కడ మీరు చూడొచ్చు, ఆ డెలివరీస్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయి రీసెంట్ డెలివరీ. సో వెన్ ఇస్ ద రీసెంట్ డెలివరీ 1/3 just now. Okay, so CI pipeline. Okay, this is get started. So once you have set up everything, you don't need to do this configuration and again and again. Okay, so as soon as you did your code changes to the local repository, once you did commit, then immediately the pipelines will start running here. That's how these things will get progress in a real world.